welcome to Diecast Restos. I'm Jason and this is a terribly repainted Matchbox M7A Jennings Cattle Truck. A previous owner has repainted what was once a red cab and trailer chassis with a tan trailer body. These were in the Major Packs range by Lesney between 1960 and 1967. Underneath you can see the original colours which remained the same for the duration of regular production, although shades of reds and tan can vary slightly. Wheels can be grey knobbly plastic like mine once were, or black plastic in knobbly or fine tread. The double sets of wheels on the trailer are slightly smaller than on the tractor unit. Concealed within this trailer is the ramp. My one is red, but these can also be tan in colour. I have to say I'm not a fan of the red ramp against the tan trailer body, so I won't be repainting this red again. The trailer has its chassis secured to the body by a Ford split rivet with a tongue and slot fitment at the rear. There were two distinctly different trailer body castings, one with 3 evenly spaced drainage holes along the bottom like mine, or an earlier uneven type that had poorly cast side window flaps. As the Thames Trader cab was painted red all over, including the base, I'm not going to dismantle it today further than removing the axles to straighten them and to remove the paint from the plastic wheels. Silver trim was applied to the cab on the two grills, headlights and front bumper. On the later dark tan trailers, you'll occasionally find the rear lights painted in red. Other than the drain hole modification, all other variations to the casting were made for integral strengthening purposes. I made sure I got my money's worth out of that caustic soda container. Now, I'm sure someone out there will know, but I haven't been able to find out anything definitive about Jennings, who I assume are the manufacturers of the trailer, according to the base of the model. I wonder whether they may have been livestock trailer specialists. However, this isn't my first rodeo with a Thames Trader, having worked on the Matchbox 13C wreck truck in 2021 and the 28B compressor truck in 2022. The Thames Trader was a line of trucks produced by Ford UK from 1957 to 1965. Built in Dagenham, England and Istanbul, Turkey, they offered versatility in their body styles, ranging from two-door pickups to vans, tractors and even double-decker buses. It was set apart by its innovative Ford control design, a departure from its predecessors. This allowed for a broader weight range spanning from 2 to 7 tonnes and powered by robust petrol or diesel engines, available in 4 or 6 cylinders. With wheelbase options ranging from 108 to 160 inches, the Trader catered to diverse hauling needs. In 1962, it saw a significant upgrade with the introduction of the Mark II version. It was distinguished by its refined aesthetics and updated badging. Ford also introduced the Thames Trader NC in 1962, featuring a cabin developed by Ford Germany. This normal control variant offered a conventional layout, opening more hauling avenues. Fun fact, London Transport ordered 5 double-decker buses based on the Thames Trader for special duties, transporting cyclists through the Dartford Tunnel. These buses had a unique design, with a purpose-built lower deck for carrying bicycles and an upper deck for cyclists themselves. Though production ceased in 1965, the NC was redesignated as the K Series. While the Ford Control was replaced by the D Series that year, the normal Control would not see a replacement until 1973 with the smaller A Series. Here I'm creating a new hinge for the rear ramp using Milliput epoxy putty. Evidently this had broken off at some point, but luckily the previous owners have managed to keep the ramp with the model until now. I really enjoy these simple fixes that serve a real purpose to the functionality of a model. Often you'll find parts like that rear door would have been discarded, and it's fairly rare that the original yet broken parts would have stayed with the casting for this long. Hats off to the former owners, I say. I've just readjusted the axle retainers for the trailer, of which one was a bit bent out of shape. Now I'm priming the cab ready to receive a fresh coat of red, and I do the same for the trailer chassis. There was one rare colour variation of the cattle truck. This had a blue coloured Thames Trader tractor unit with silver trim, paired with an unusual copper coloured later version of the trailer. These had the knobbly grey plastic wheels and were incredibly rare, with it speculated that only a handful were made. As such, it is the most desirable of any of the 15 Major Pack models. At auction in 2000, one fetched £3,300. Adjusted for inflation, that would be just over £6,000 in 2024, or over $7,500 US. I've now primed the ramp, and as I mentioned earlier, I've decided to paint it tan rather than the red it previously was, out of personal preference. Original models could be found with either a red or tan ramp. Next, I add in the silver trim to the Thames Trader cab. As a reminder, this was applied to the upper grille, headlights, lower grille and front bumper from the Lesney factory. I use Molotow chrome for this, even though Lesney would have used a flatter silver paint. Again, that's just another personal preference, but it's also a very subtle distinction to an original model. Now that the final couple of pieces have been clear coated, I can reattach the smaller wheels to the trailer axle and the larger ones to the cab. To finish off the trailer, I lower in my now fully painted ramp in the, in my opinion, more desirable tan colour. Then I can fit the base off screen as it was a bit of a tight squeeze. Finally, I add a touch of Molotow chrome to each of the axle ends. This is how the Matchbox Major Pack Jennings Cattle Truck looked when I took delivery of it. I mean, what a mess. It's been painted in what looks like brown and then black over the top of its formerly red and tan paintwork. Its rear ramp had broken off, but luckily it was inside, concealed by that masking tape. I could have steered clear of this task as it looked utterly ruined. But I took it on and removed its black camouflage. How about that? Would you say that this restoration is verging on the legendary? Okay, I'll stop now. I've ridded the casting and plastics of its black veil, replacing it with a more suitable livery reflecting the original. On the back, I've fixed the broken hinge to allow its back door to function again. I've straightened the axles, which help to allow it to roll a bit more freely. I think that the high coat post office red and the Tamiya tan are a good combo. On the front of the cab, I've added in the factory trim that was previously concealed by all of those layers of overpaint. I am really pleased with this one. What do you think? Let me know by leaving a like and writing your thoughts in the comments below. If you aren't already, make sure you're a subscriber and click the bell icon to be notified about all my releases to see them first. But all that leaves me to say is thanks for watching, and I'll see you again for the next one. Bye for now.